Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Rod's Comics. But today we will not talk about comics. We will talk about the OG role-playing game, Dungeons and Dragons. Ta-da! A tabletop role-playing game created by Gary Gygax and Dave Arneson back in 1974 by TSR. I think it's now under Wizards of the Coast, if I'm not mistaken. So basically, you create your own character and you will play a story mediated by the Dungeon Master. Usually, there are 3 to 4 players. You can be a knight, you can be a thief, you can be a mage. You create your own character and then you go on an adventure and the scenario is laid out for you by the Dungeon Master. And if you've just seen Stranger Things, that's basically how the kids bonded. They would play Dungeons and Dragons, the basement of Mike's house. I started playing it when I was in 7th grade and I played it a little bit when I was in high school. And of course, I've outgrown it, but I still have some of my sets. And I even brought like the new sets, like the starter and the essentials kit. All you need are these to start your own Dungeons & Dragons campaign. Of course, you need a couple of friends as well, and somebody who would volunteer to be the Dungeon Master. The main item for Dungeons & Dragons, I think, is the D20, or the 20-sided dice. So this is not your normal Monopoly dice. This has 20 sides, and you roll the dice to determine the power, the strength, the attributes of your created character. You also roll the dice for determining the chance of a successful hit or a successful evade, defending against attacks of your enemies. Also, certain situations will require you to roll the dice to improve the odds of it being successful. The Dungeon Master really kind of oversees everything and makes the final say, all right? You sit around with your friends, you have a map laid out, you have your little characters prepared, and then the Dungeon Master tells you the story, and then you make your decisions and you make your next move based on the options that's given to you by the Dungeon Master. I also have the Conan. You can tie it up. Same rules as Dungeons & Dragons, but it's set in the Conan world. I also have a game adventure set in the Advanced Dungeons & Dragons world. I also have the Marvel Superheroes. It gives you everything you need to set up a Marvel character-based adventure. If you want to start a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles campaign, I have the entire book. It's called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Other Strangeness. I bought this for like $11 back when I was still in the States. I played this a lot with my junior high school friends when I was in 7th and 8th grade. These are some of the mechs and ongoing battle sheets. Hopefully this will open the doors for you and your imagination. Bye!